Hello my lovelies, Robbie here from Kickbackgarage. Now, just going to check that my microphone is on, and it is. In this video, we are going to be delving in, looking at and fitting the BGM Vape 12 volt electronic system. So if that's something you fancy having a gadge of, then go grab a coffee, I'll send the intro, and we'll delve into this. Messing around with these cameras, batteries going flat.
Markerte det med regn, alle sprang I lag og ville komme under tak. Ingen av oss merket at du hadde falt ifra. Hvorfor valgte du å dra? Hvem I faen kunne se den komme? Da høsten tok over, sa vi hadde bra til la oss sommer.
So I've got you back on overhead cam, and then you know it's going to be something important. This is the new vape from BGM. A lot of people have asked, why would you need vape from BGM when another brand scooter shop sells this system? And my answer is, first off, I think customer service is better also at the scooter center. And they are, although they do dabble in Vespas, they're also quite good at lambretta stuff, more so than the other big German scooter shop. And I have actually had a bit of a hand in this when it comes to writing the instructions, because if we're completely honest, just ask the boys at ShedTune, the instructions on the first vape system for the other shop is absolutely terrible. I want to give you a little bit of background history on vape as well, because I have actually used this in the past on some old motorbikes. And the funny thing is, when I had that old motorbike, I phoned them up and I asked them, vape that is, if I could buy a new CDI. And they asked me, why on earth would you need a new CDI? Because we have so few faults with this system. And I have to say, I have run the SIP vape for some time now in my other scooters that I've had, and fit them to other scooters, and I've been absolutely really happy with them. I did have a problem with the auto retard vape, the sport type. This is the static type, which I prefer to run on torquey motors and not revvy motors, because that's the way I like to build them. More torque, less revs. So let's open the box and see what we get. Right, so first off, right off the bat, we get some stickers. I mean, we all love stickers, don't we? Actually, quite nice they are. Vape. I think they actually might adorn my scooter. And here we have instructions. And I have to say, the instruction booklet, I've just had a quick look through it. It's really nice. It's really, really clear. They tell you what you need. This is the German bit. They've got a German bit, and they've got an English bit. So the words in blue here, they're the English ones. And they tell you what you need to fit it to start off with. And they run you through a really nice instruction booklet with pictures, so that they can help you along. And hopefully, when you buy the vape from BGM, you won't have to go out on the forums to find out what you've done wrong when you haven't earthed your CDI. And to be honest, I struggled as well in the start with the first one that I fit of these, but I've got them pretty much under the skin at the moment, and I recommend these to everyone really. So the instructions seem really concise, which is nice, and they have this extra one here for the lambretta. This is the AC system, and one thing that's interesting is it says here that if you want to convert in a later day, if you want to convert to a DC system, then it's actually just the regulator that decides if it's running DC or AC. So that's actually quite an easy upgrade if you want to convert your scooter to full DC. This is also for the Vespas. The nice thing is it's got a really nice explanation. Now I'm reading this upside down. You obviously see it the right way around. It's got a nice explanation of what the wires actually do. And that is completely different than the other shop that I almost mentioned earlier. Another thing about this is, for me, I have had a lot better customer service from Scooter Centre. So if I should have problems fitting this, I'm pretty sure I'll get a reply quite quick and concise. And the guys know what they're talking about. They won't send you to some forum or something like that, like some of the others, maybe, I think, bigger scooter shops do. Now let's have a little bit of an unboxing before I fit this. Oop, that is the flywheel, very nice. It's the same as we have seen before. And let's delve into this package. I have to say, it's very nicely boxed. What do you reckon? It looks really nice. And it's quite a compact box as well compared to others. This is the backplate for your starter. And they've even got pictures on the outside. So obviously, without opening the box, I know that this is the CDI. This is the flywheel. This is loads of gubbins, and this is the starter. But for the sake of a bit of a unboxing, we're going to take this off. Very nice. These work really well. I have to say, if you have got a SIP speedo or you're running gadgets, then that intermittent turning itself off and on malarkey, that actually is reduced massively with the vape system, because that runs quite high power, a lot higher power than say the likes of the Veritronic system that we used to use earlier. Here we've got the CDI, and we have the regulator in there. Let's have a look at the flywheel. Now the whole thing about this is, really, apart from the fact that the starter is really good and it's got 1,000,000 coils in there and gives you good lighting, the starter is manufactured in one piece, so you're not gonna have magnets flying around or anything like that. Really nice quality, and I reckon at the moment the best kit on the market. One small digression, I have to say, is the fact that if you've got super powerful engines like SST or something like that, then the flywheel design isn't massively optimal. These do pump in slightly less air than, say, as an example, the BGM, original type BGM flywheel. I'm not sure why. I'm sure they could improve it somehow. But I see that MMW, the German CNC gods, they make the blowjob. Please don't demonetize me, Mr. YouTube. But and what they've done there, basically, they've just used longer fins. So if you've got an engine that is prone to overheating, then maybe this isn't the best system for you. But that being said, I've used it. I've been riding around 30 degrees the last couple of weeks on my RT240, and that's been absolutely fine. Really nice, stable temperature. Right, let's put this together. So, according to the instructions, which are very cleanly put in front of me here, I need a T25 Torx bit and a T30 Torx bit. First off, I'm going to fit the starter to the starter plate. Now, this is pretty straightforward, although it does mention here, it's important to, says here, place the starter on top of the starter carrier as shown on the cables, so that the cables pass directly through the clearance on the starter carrier, which makes sense. So that means I need to place this here so that the cables fit in that groove there, like so. And there's a nice little slot that it fits into. And then it says use the M4 bolts to fasten it down, and blue Loctite. So we'll do that. Put a bit of blue Loctite at the bottom here, like so. And we'll simply thread it in. That's that one. 2.5 is basically nothing. So that's that. And that's your starter prepped. Now you can fit it into your scooter in exactly the same way that you would a normal starter, with these 3 corresponding holes. I have now fit the starter and the flywheel to my scooter. No problems to report there whatsoever. A nice touch actually on this was that it comes with button head screws so that you can fit your starter properly, which is nice. And negative is that it does not come with the respective nut for your crankshaft. And I think to make this a complete kit, I would like to have seen a flywheel nut come with this kit as well, I think, because when you order them either for GPDL or Li SX-TV taper crank, and so they've not really got much excuse there. They know which nut you need, and I think that would be nice, because if you're having a completely new build and not just a rebuild or a conversion, then I think that would be really nice. One thing to note is, like the other shop, you need a special flywheel holding tool for your vape system. I have one of these already, and because I build lots and lots of engines during a year, then I invested in that. So I sort of understand why you do need it to fit it, but I understand why they omit it out of the kit, just like the others do. But yeah, button head screws, very nice. The negative about the flywheel nut, I'd like to see that come with the kit, and maybe the washer. And one thing to note is these come with slightly more high tensile screws for the flywheel, because we all know if you bought the early vapes, then they could actually have a tendency to snap. So these are different type. So that's a thumbs up from me. Well, there you go, my lovelies. I have now fit the vape into my scooter, my Series 1. And I have to say, I think that the wiring diagram is a lot more understandable. So that enabled me to do a couple of modifications to the wiring loom, because now I understand what everything's supposed to do. So what I've done to make my life easier, because on the wiring loom from BGM Scooter Center, the black wire and the brown wire, these come with earth connectors, so that you can just, basically to show you that it just makes it idiot proof, because then you understand that they're earth, and they have to go to a good ground. And what I decided to do, so I can take this engine out, because as I said earlier, we're going to be building something else during the winter. So what I did, I made my own earth strap, and this goes from the frame. The earth goes then to the CDI bracket, and then the CDI itself. And then I made a little extra one here with two, I'm not sure if you can see that, two connectors. And then it continues down here to where I like to have my earth as well. Gives you double twice the chance of getting your earth good to the engine. So that's sort of in between both. So what that means is when I plug this in now, I simply plug these two into this little socket here. It's just to save me a bit of faffing about when I'm going to take this engine out again. And this is the one I'm going to be doing most upgrades to and filming on the channel. So it just makes things a little bit easier for me there. So I'll push these two in here. I've got some insulated connectors. I have to fit them properly afterwards. This one goes to your... I'm completely... the CDI, of course. And then the yellow goes to the yellow on the regulator. And the other yellow goes to the red on the loom, which I've already connected there. And that's it. Yeah, I like this. I actually enjoyed myself for once on electrics. Right, so I hope you enjoyed this little video. I found a couple of printing things on printing errors on the sheet. One of them, off the top of my head, is it says... what does it say? It says T25 Torx, and it isn't, it's a T20. But if you've got a toolkit, then it's not really a big deal. And as I say, I like the nice pictures. We all like nice pictures. And it's very well explained. Now, I was hoping to start this up now, but because I have done some upgrades here, I need to fit a new exhaust system before I can start it up, and I timed it exactly the same exactly the same way that I do on the Buzzwangle video. So I'll throw a link to that in the corner here, so you can have a look at that, how I time them. And I've also seen some shops, I think it's a little bit naughty, but and I'll probably get told off for saying this, but some shops are advising that you should set your timing to the middle plus set something or other on those little slots on the starter, and that you don't need to check your timing. But I think that is a bit sketchy, because contrary to what a lot of people think, is actually variable. Now, it's not massively variable, but if when you're gonna strobe your scooter, which I recommend, then you should strobe it at least 3,000 revs, because it does back off on the ignition timing point for easy starting, and then when you get up to about 7,000 revs, then it starts retarding again. So it's a good idea, if you've got the static one, that you, on a lambretta at least, that you set it to 17 degrees and make sure that you're at 3,000 revs when you check it with your strobe. A little bit of a tip there. Anyway, I love you and leave you. And loads of stuff happening in the garage. I've got a video coming out, as you've noticed, every week. So that's pretty cool. And I love you and leave you again. And don't forget, if you like this kind of stuff, give me your thumbs up. Do the subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ra!